Hey, Kingdom. Welcome back. Remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Um, so, today is actually, I'm going to do a story time. I kind of do them in between. I don't like focusing too much on those things, as I've said it. They're quite draining. I will go ahead and post them in between. Um, my encouragements and my advice on how to identify and how to get out. So in between, I'll do them, but I don't really like doing them too often and too much because for me, it is a part of the past. I try to leave it in the past, but I think it's really important that we acknowledge the past and that we learn and we grow. So let me just say for this story, um, I didn't realize how much I had blinders on and how I was in denial. I was in complete denial. And so at this time, when this scenario, this story, this event happened, um, we were in a really bad because we had a lot of ups and downs, which I'm sure you guys all can relate. That there is that up, low, up, down, up, down, up, down. You're on a seesaw or the hamster wheel that you can't get off of. But there are times where um, they are on their best behavior. It really doesn't make sense. It's so confusing when you really think about it. But for this particular time when this event happened, this was uh, not, it was not a good time. Um, the the narcissist was uh, sometimes I just don't know. I try to sometimes understand and try to figure out what um, the mindset is, but sometimes it's hard. And I'm sure you guys can all relate. But this particular time when this event was happening was a very low, very low time. There was the insurance policy that was taken out on my daughter. There was the time when he had called my father and told my father, if he had the bad day, what he would come home and do to me. Um, I guess, because I don't want to keep saying them over and over, he was out of control, completely emotionally um, and physically out of control. So at this particular time, I had decided, this was back in 2017, where he was, for some reason, coming unglued, um, emotionally coming unglued. Now that I look back and think back. So I had announced that I was moving out because I was not happy. I was in fear. I didn't know what would trigger him for having the bad day and coming home, and God forbid what he would do to me or the two kids. It was completely draining, completely draining. Um, definitely some psychopath um, behavior, tendencies, mindset. Um, Very sad, very sad. So At this particular time, I was sleeping in my daughter's room. I had moved out of our room and I was sleeping in my daughter's room. And I had announced that I was moving out, and I wasn't coming, I wasn't backing down from that. I kept telling him that I was moving out. I told him every step of the way that I was going to look for a place. I wasn't happy. He did not care, had no remorse at all. When I started looking for a place, said I was looking for a place. When I found a place, I announced I found a place. I told him every step of the way what the steps were. The only thing I did not do was when we were moving out, I didn't tell him the day. I told him we were moving out, but I didn't tell him when we were moving out. So he didn't know the day that it was going to happen, but I did tell him that I had found a place and that we were moving out. Again, no remorse, did not care, was like, okay, whatever, I don't really care. Do what you want to do kind of attitude. So I was sleeping in my daughter's room at the time, and my daughter and him were still sleeping in our room. My daughter slept with us for a very, very long time. She was one of those kids who wanted to sleep in between mommy and daddy. Oh God! So she was big. She was about 5, 6, 7, maybe, when she was still sleeping with us. So I moved into. I didn't move. Well, yeah, I moved into her room, and this one particular night, um, I wake up to these huge ants on my feet. Now, in my daughter's room, the way the bed was situated, the bed head was at the window, and the foot of the bed was towards the door, if you can picture that. So this is the couch. So this is your bed head, and your window is right behind you. And then your feet is at this way, that way, at the door. Your door is right as you walk in, you're at the feet of the bed. And this particular night, I woke up to these huge ants at my feet, crawling up my feet, biting me. And I'm sleeping and I feel these things biting me. I wake up, I look, I'm like, what in the world? Where the hell these ants come from? I think there were like 2. I saw 2 of them. I kill them. And I'm tired. I go back to sleep. And I wake back up again. And there's a couple more at my feet. To the point where I have to wake up. And there's ants all over my feet. Huge, huge, huge ants. Biting me all on my legs, on my toes, crawling upward. And I was so naive, and I was so forgiving and so stupid. So now that the fog is cleared, I really believe that he put those ants in the bed while I was asleep. Can I prove it? No. But let's just think about this for a second. My head was at the window. And if ants were going to come in on their own, then my face would be the first place that would be bitten and eaten. And I want you to, this one, I need your feedback on this one, because I want you to help me figure this out. I know what I think now. At that time, I never put two and two together. Never did. I never thought that this person would be so vile and so disgusting and so low. But I want you to tell me what you think. Do you think that those ants came to my feet at the door on their own? Out of nowhere? Do you think they came in through the window, which was by my head, right behind my head, crawled up, around, and all came to walk up and crawl up on my feet? I want your feedback on this one. Because if I'm wrong, I want you to, I'm that type of person. If I'm wrong, I want you to check me. Tell me I'm wrong. And I'm going to reevaluate, and I'm going to clean it up, and I'm going to figure it out, and I'm going to come back, and I'm going to apologize, and we're going to move forward, and we're going to figure it out together. That's me. So I want you to tell me if I'm wrong. But right now, there's nothing in the world, unless you guys say, no, Treasure, it didn't happen that way. There's no way he could have did that. I'm asking for your feedback on this one. For real, for real. I want you to tell me what you think. Did those ants come up my feet and my legs out of nowhere? Did they somehow get in the house and crawl from the living room all the way to onto my daughter's room and came to my feet? Or do you think he planted those ants to possibly kill me? Because they were huge ants. The big, big, big ones. They were the big ones. They had those things on the end of them. The butt or whatever, however that thing goes. Those little red, big old things. I think they're red or orange, whatever color they are. Those were the ones that was in. And I killed maybe about 20 of them. But God is love. God is love. And God loves me. So I want you to tell me what you think. I know what I think. I know what I believe. Now that the fog is cleared. Now that the clown has left the circus. I want you to tell me what you think. How did those ants get there? Did they get there on their own? Or did the clown put them there on purpose? Kingdom, I love you. Remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. and let me know what you think on how those ants got in that room at the foot where there's no windows anywhere near in that hallway towards my daughter's room. There's nowhere for them to come from. Please give me some feedback and let me know what you think. Remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And remember that you are a part of the kingdom. God bless.